Hey team, wanted to make a quick video. In the past few years, I've kind of gotten more into playing with apps on my phone, and now I've got a tablet as well. So I've been kind of playing with those. So in the past, I've kind of made little comments here and there just about different things that I've tried. I got into home design games, the garden home design games. I've tried building elvish cities. And building like the farm cities, basic things like that. Duolingo, language learning. I've tried a couple different apps for that, just to see which ones I like, things like that. So this year, I kind of started wanting to do like 30 minutes of puzzles a day, just because I know that I do have dementia in my family line. So you want to make sure that you keep your brain sharp by doing puzzles and things regularly. So I've been trying to incorporate that. It's kind of come and gone a little bit, but it's still better than nothing, I would argue. I was doing word jumbles pretty much every day. I used to love the word games, so any and all word games. And I did some like Zen coloring as well this past year. And so it's been a lot of fun kind of experimenting to see what people are coming up with. Really anything that shows up on my ads, like when I'm on my phone, I will go ahead and just try, just to see, all right, what are they talking about? And there was one that was supposed to be like this: I'm helping people, and it ended up being kind of like a design game. And I was like, okay, well, that one was definitely false advertising. But, and I've done like the wood screws and like puzzles trying to take the wood screws out. And then the ones where you've got the little boxes that you put the wood screws into to clear those out and get more spaces and things like that. And I've done, let's see, what else? Like fitting the blocks into the prearranged squares to have them disappear. And if you fill up the boxes without, clearing the boxes, then you lose, doing that sort of thing. Logic puzzles, crypto puzzles with these letters are this, but this letter is the equivalent of this letter. And so then you can figure out what the message is. Those ones I would like. Doing like the recreating the tunnels that get you out of the whatever, that sort of thing. Done it like traffic, get the cars out and get the passengers in the cars. Some Sims ones where with people and with the city. So simulation games, things like that. And I've just started one that I was actually really impressed with the graphics. That's adventure. I did a couple of, you're on this quest and the constant quests and you get better armor and things like that. And of course, there are different styles of games of those where you will attack. So one is auto attack. And so it's just go, go, go. And then you kind of like upgrade as you go, but it's constant. Another one is you deciding when you're going to go. And then one is less of like attack, a little more storyline, but it is still the basic, slowly grow, more storylines. But I've had a lot of fun so far. It's been very interesting to kind of see the different dynamics, kind of where they are changing things. I noticed that some of them, I found the tutorials to be so long and so monotonous that I kind of wanted to move on. And then the next app I downloaded, it was go, go, go. And I was like, whoa, I don't even know what I'm doing yet. So they were trying to address that. Like some are so slow to start, but they want to make sure you get the basics down. So that's definitely a dynamic. I'd say that's definitely key in figuring out how to make the app work. Because it's got to be enough that they get the information but it's got to be engaging enough that it's not, and it's, of course, they want to hit all different age demographics too. And so that can be tough as well. that perhaps the longer tutorials are for the younger age demographic in that context. So, it's kind of curious to see, how things go and then how they're countered, and like the screws, like one is just the screws and then one has the boxes of screws, and then like the cars are, you have to try and get the cars out, and then you have to get the passengers in the right orders. It's like kind of mastermindy, and I don't know. It's pretty fun to experiment and play, and there's obviously no commitment, so you can just kind of like play it for a while and then move on to the next one. And I think that that's been interesting to see, just the different evolutions of the games, and this caters to these people, this caters to those people, and and a lot of them are so long. I know I really liked, there was like an old granny. I like kind of older ladies, the stories that focus on those older gals, the grandmas, and the strong independent women. And there was one that she had a mansion, and like she was being taken away by the police officers, but she was innocent or whatever. And I really enjoyed that one. And it was like the one where you have to, like, I can't remember, you have to like make matches and build the matches onto other matches and eventually get the items that you need. And though that was actually very engaging for a while, but then I think I had to start over or something. And so those ones can be engaging. I really don't like the games where they're the jewels and you just have to swap the jewels out and create the combos so the jewels make the follow the requirements, and it's I don't like that side game. And I have noticed that that is a very common side game. Like, okay, this is, and like I was doing a design game, and it was the jewel game was the primary one to get funds for designing, and I was like, nope. I don't find this one engaging. But that one has shown up, of course, with a few other ones too. I've started doing some try and find these items in the scene. Some of those can get kind of redundant, and they've got the storylines going and they've got the subplots too. And I did like the Time Princess game too, where it was all storyline, and you kind of got to choose your own adventure, and they had the sub games too. So I think that it's kind of cool. Obviously sub games, like games within games, are very, very popular, just to kind of keep that engagement level there. And I do find that if there's not a way to go forward, like if you cannot move forward at all and you have to take a break unless you want to pay, I do find that to be very much a detriment to progress. And I know that obviously they want to make money on it, this project that they worked hard on, and so that's kind of tough too, because you want them to be compensated for these great ideas. So it's a tough dynamic trying to figure that out, the monetization, as well as allowing people to play and keep going and become engaged in the process. So a lot of interesting dynamics that go into those. And I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed seeing the different iterations, and it's been very fun. And some of them seem to, some of them are a little shocking. I don't know if I've delved into some of them deep enough that's oh my goodness, so embarrassing, rude. I don't know what the expectations are there, but I'm sure you've seen ads for those ones or something to that effect, that you're like, oh goodness, that's definitely borderline poor taste. What are they doing there? Of course, there's that inflammatory advertising as well, just to be like, oh, shocking, click in. And that's not really appealing to me. I just saw an ad for an app that I had played previously, and it was one of those like, oh, based on this I wouldn't have clicked in, sort of advertisements for the different apps. But it's been pretty cool to see the different ones. I haven't stayed with them. I haven't played video games too regularly. I know when I was growing up, I would always get the Nancy Drew computer games, and I would always play them through to the end. I would always use the cheat website, the hints website, and I was fine with that. And then they incorporated the hints into the game itself, which was a great idea. Um, and then they also have the websites for hints outside if you still need help, so that's good. But I liked those because I felt like they were long enough, but they're also there was an end in sight as well. And a lot of the ones that I've been playing that have been very interesting and they're engaging, but there's just literally no end. And so I find that a little bit deterring as well, just because it's like, oh gosh. I'm just gonna keep trying to make myself better, and but I think since they are not real and there aren't real stakes, that can get to be a little bit draining and hard to sustain at times as well. So I like those games that do have an end in sight, but also have, the puzzles and the side games as well as the storyline. I love the storyline ones. Lately, with my 30 minutes, I've not been doing storyline ones. And that's been fine because it's more about the puzzles and just trying to keep the mind sharp in those sorts of endeavors, but I do like the storyline ones. So if you do have any suggestions, if you want to hear more about opinions on different apps, or if you want to talk about specific apps, I would love to talk about them. I have tried some of those like AI apps as well, with like photos, and it was a while ago, but it like changed photos to paintings, and I just thought that was completely stunning. And I think that the potential for that is very fun. I haven't done those in probably 2 years now, but those were pretty cool as well. I love art, and so being able to make a masterpiece out of a photograph is very cool. So otherwise, yeah, just if you want to talk apps, what you're doing right now, I would love to hear what you have to say. Go ahead and leave a message. Thanks so much. Bye.